Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and today, while I give a channel update, I'm going to have a battle playing from Greece in domination mode from a ranked battle in the Massachusetts, and I thought I would go ahead and have this video playing in the background since it kind of will showcase some pushing in a battleship on this map, stemming off of my How to Map series on Greece as we finalize that and have begun on Sleeping Giant. So, on to the channel update. So what does channel update 3.0 hold for us today? It holds several things. The first is, as is right now, I have an upcoming trip to the US, business trip and family trip as well. So for those of you who may or may not know, I actually live in Norway where I work. And having to make a trip back in May through June for about roughly 5 weeks for business and family purposes. So supposed to, if all goes well and flights aren't canceled, which I'm kind of wrestling with that a little bit right now, be leaving May 10th, but it could be May 11th. Now, the reason why I'm telling you I have this trip is that it is going to affect the video uploading schedule that I have for the channel. Right now that has been Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But my plan is to pull that to what I hope to be at least 2 videos a week. So maybe I have a video goes up on Monday and then the other one goes up on Friday during my time, those 5 weeks away of being in the States. So that's the hope. And the plan is that most of those videos would probably just focus on the How to Map series, unless I get a humorous battle or something that I can throw in as extra in the midst of all that. But it'll be progressing through that How to Map series quicker, because right now, with sleeping, if I do 1 video a week of How to Map on Sleeping Giant, we won't quite be done with it by the time I leave, but then that means it'll just be the video upload schedule will speed up faster for that How to Map series and finishing it off quicker and then starting another one. So, maybe the next one is we look at Northern Waters or Neighbors or something like that. So during my time back in the US, I do actually plan to make 2 visits to 2 historical sites from World War II and Navy related. And that also pairs with something I've been wanting to do on the channel for some time, but I've been unable to yet. And that is have like a historical video every once in a while. So the first place, as most of the time I'm back in the US, will be in Indiana. I plan on visiting the USS Indianapolis Cruiser 35 Memorial. So the story behind the USS Indianapolis, it was a heavy cruiser that delivered secret components for the atomic bomb to Tinian Island in August of 1945, and then on its return voyage was destroyed and sunk by a Japanese submarine. Of the 1,195 men who went into the water, only 316 survived. The memorial was formally dedicated in 1995, 50 years later after the sinking of the USS Indianapolis. And that story of the USS Indianapolis is rather interesting. A lot of things that were at fault with the Navy for not giving her an escort from returning, as she was on a top secret mission. But also the survival, the story of the men who tried to live as... Yeah, it's a really interesting story. There's actually even a movie, I think it's on Netflix still, on the USS Indianapolis, featuring Nicolas Cage as the ship's captain. So, if you're not familiar with that, I would advise checking that out. And being there, I hope to record some video footage that I can show, so on and so forth, and be talking maybe some more historical things there. The second place, hopefully, if time allows, that I can intend to visit, is visiting the USS Lst325 in Evansville, Indiana. So the USS Lst325 is a decommissioned tank landing ship of the United States Navy and now is docked in Evansville, Indiana. I visited this ship once it's been a few years ago, and the ship has an amazing post-World War II history. She was commissioned February 1st of 1943, and then in 1964 she was transferred to the Greece Navy, where she served there and was then later decommissioned in 1999. But then in 2000, a group of retired naval veterans told their wives that they were going to go on a fishing trip, and they flew internationally over to Greece, and they acquired the ship, and then in turn sold it back from Greece, let's see, I'm trying to remember where it was. Yes, it was from Greece to the United States. And the U.S. actually, the naval armed forces were told not to help or assist these sailors, even though some did against orders, particularly when there was a crack in the hull of the ship that forced it to be dock in, I think it was in Spain, where they made some repairs before they could leave, before arriving to the United States, where they arrived. They left for this trip in 2000, and then they arrived in Mobile, Alabama Harbor, January 10th of 2001. And the support that so much of that the higher-ups said that to not support these men, they basically listed the ship as a pirate ship, but they just monitored it from afar. But when they realized that, oh, they're gonna make it, that actually, then the Navy changed its tune, and the higher-ups did, and then they welcomed the ship once it arrived in Mobile, Alabama, at the harbor. But now she serves as a museum ship in Evansville, Indiana. Because at its peak in World War II, the Evansville, Indiana, the riverfront was transformed into a 45-acre shipyard and produced specifically these LSTs. And at the peak of the shipyard, it employed a workforce of over 19,000 people and completed 2 of these massive ships per week. So that's what I hope to have some video showcase, discuss as well. And then I'll still be active on the Discord server as well, so sometimes players have questions and stuff about things, so you'll still find me around the Discord server, just be at different times. The next thing, I have 2 things left to say, is that I've started an account on the EU server. I claimed the same name that I have on the NA server, FlimsyLunchTray, as I wanted to keep it for myself, as I'm kind of messing out the EU server account as more of a, how do I put it, exploring what is it like when you're a beginner player and playing World of Warships. One of the arguments I make is that World of Warships doesn't have a tutorial for playing ships. Players disagree with me and saying, well, they have the video tutorials, but so I'm going to save and talk more about that. As I've only played 1 battle, basically when you log in before you can even gain access to port. But that'll be happening more this summer. I'm not going to be touching it too much, but I just want to spend some time talking about what does it look like as a new player, and moving up in level and access, so on and so forth, in World of Warships. So look for more of that to come in the coming months. The last little update that I wanted to give was the March compilation, meme compilation. I've got all the videos set aside for that, and I will be working on that the latter part of this week and weekend, and hopefully that is up by next week. I think I'm actually going to be able to make 2 meme compilations out of it, because I was actually spending a lot of time playing the Jervis. So there might actually be a Jervis meme compilation, and then I have the normal March compilation featuring different ships. So, yeah. So, well, you'll see more of that. There's some really fun things that happened in March when I was playing World of Warships, between a few funny things on Big Hunt, and then playing in ranked and random battles, and so on and so forth. So I'll be excited to share that with you. Other than that, I don't have any more channel updates to share. I am happy that we finally got the How to Map series started, because I feel like I was taking forever to finally start that series, as I hinted about it a lot, or not hinted, but talked about a how-to series that would be coming soon. So it feels good to have that going and underway. So far the format of the 6 videos seems to be working, based off what you guys have given me feedback on, and breaking things down more and looking at the ship type, and showing different ship classes in action, and just simply looking at the map to see and exploit these island features like this CV player is doing, and making it hard to actually get a shot on him from behind the island. So yeah, so if you guys do have questions about things in general with the YouTube channel, or things of the future with what I'm hoping to do, just let me know. Drop it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. But do know that the video schedule, I'll have less videos produced between May 10th and June 14th, roughly, is what I'm looking at right now, if the flights aren't canceled. So yeah, so I really appreciate you guys' support, as I believe, if I looked before coming on here, or memory serves, I think we're over 160 subscribers now. So that's really cool to see how the channel is continuing to grow, as I'm very appreciative for that, as it's been fun to produce this content as a hobby, and then turn around and share it with you guys, and the funny moments as well, and then taking advantage of the game. So on that note, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up here and say that until next time, we'll catch you on Friday. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more, and if you ever subscribed, really appreciate it, and take care.